COVID-19 sample collection management system, innovation in pandemic. So the back, yeah, can you see the presentation, please?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Chan.
Okay, ma'am. So this is what we are going to cover next. The background, I'll go back to 22nd of March when we had the one-day curfew. And then on from 25th March, we had a 15-day lockdown. So Honorable Prime Minister of India has constituted a group, multiple groups in fact, and EG9, Empowered Group 9 was for providing ICT solutions for containment of the pandemic. And for this, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India and ICMR were part of this group. The group was headed by Secretary MEITY, Government of India, Mr. Ajay Sahni. ICMR had the challenge of collecting data of every COVID-19 test to be conducted. From 1st April, rapid antibody tests were started, and from 15th of April, RT-PCR tests were started in the country. In between, all DMs, all CMOs, all sample collectors, all collection centers, they were asked to share the data with ICMR so that at least the scale of pandemic could be known. I'm going back into this because I'll go to the next slide. There have been 4 lockdowns. During the first lockdown, not much tests were conducted. The efficiency of this rapid antibody test was questioned. The kits were questioned. During second phase of lockdown till 1st of May, some rapid and Rati tests, we call them rapid antibody tests, they were started. And in between from 15th of April, RT-PCR tests were also started. The average number of tests during second lockdown was just 1,000 samples per test per day. During this phase 3 of the this lockdown, the average was about 31,000 tests, and during the last lockdown, fourth lockdown, 77,000 tests per day were being conducted across India. I'm telling you these facts because we were given the responsibility of developing a mobile app, in fact, 2 mobile apps for 2 type of tests, RT-PCR and rapid antibody tests. And because our sample collectors in the country were going to be in the range of 1 to 2 lakh, we were assigned that the app and portal should be able to handle, say, about 10,000 tests concurrently. That means 10,000 users could be concurrent users of the app and portal. But our DG insisted that we should not do the performance testing and other things for just 10,000 tests. She said that we must address concurrency of 50,000 concurrent users. That means if 50,000 sample collectors are entering results, entering symptoms, or entering test sample data in 1 minute, they should be able to do it. So I'll go to the next slide. And she was right, because the number of tests increased to up to 6 lakh on our ecosystem, the ecosystem that we designed, which we'll come to later. And you can see that it has been, we have given the data up to December only, because from January, February, it is declining. Right now, the number of tests from 12 lakh per day has come down to about 7 to 8 lakh tests due to the COVID vaccines that are being given to the people in India. So these were, there were 7 unlockdown, 7 rather 8, 9 unlockdowns have happened now. Next. So now what was the objective? Our objective was very simple. A specimen referral form was designed by ICMR for COVID-19 tests in India. That means every test happening anywhere in the country has to be in this standard format. The reason was that paper-based sample test data that was being shared with the ICMR authorized labs, which was just 30 in the country at that time, and now they are 7,400 plus. That was not legible, that was not correct, the mobile number was not correct, the location was not correct, even many mandatory fields were missing. Therefore, for quick and correct standard data collection, 2 mobile apps, because sample collectors will be going to, we were initially going to the patient location for taking the sample and entering the data. Therefore, our objective was very simple, to develop two mobile apps which the sample collectors across India could use it. And then making the moment the data, the sample was taken, the data was entered, it has to be made available to all ICMR authorized labs so that they could carry out the actual test and enter the result. In case of rapid antibody tests and rapid antigen tests, which are being conducted now, the result is entered by the sample collector within 10-15 minutes. So that result result and data goes to ICMR, but the result and data is also available to the pension. In case of RT-PCR only, the sample test is done in the lab. So this data is shared with Arogya Setu and many local state applications so that they can use it in their own applications for analytics, for declaring containment zones, for other purposes, statistics and all that. We have a small video also, but we are not sharing here. We'll share it with the jury through email. And this is how we stand as of yesterday. 9.93 crore samples have been handled by this ecosystem that was designed and developed in just first 15 days of the lockdown, period 1, April 1, April 15. On 13th April, as Sanjay will tell you, we had shared the applications and mobile apps, which comprise of COVID-19 cc.nic.in portal for management, and two mobile apps by the name of RT-PCR and Rapid and Rati. Both are available on Android, Apple, and in fact, RT-PCR is available as a desktop application also. So next. Now Sanjay will take you through the infrastructure that we had to set up for such a large concurrency and pan-India implementation. Over to Sanjay.
Thank you. As we discussed that high concurrency was required and was thought of 50,000 concurrent users. So we have to design and implement the robust ICT infrastructure. So as the figure shows, we deployed 8 web servers behind load balancers, and again on database side, we made zone-wise databases, north, south, east, west, and then one consolidation system server for interacting with portal with always on, again concurrency, supported by data recovery, disaster recovery data center. So application was deployed at 2 data centers, primary and secondary disaster recovery in case of any problems. And there was no downtime since 15 April till date because robust infrastructure was was deployed and implemented, handled with care. Next. Again on technology side, we use Microsoft platform and SQL Server Enterprise Edition as database. Then MVC platform for quick development of the application, and Xamarin open source for developing mobile apps, 2 mobile apps, RT-PCR and Rati, rapid antibody test. Then we use Bharat Maps, which are free from NIC for plotting. Then positivity curve and data analytics were used, Python was used for building the analytic model, and high charts for dashboard for quick. Next. And these applications, software, mobile apps, 2 mobile apps and web portal were security audited. And because of data, portal was handling 10 crore health records. So security is of utmost important, having Aadhaar and other mobile numbers of citizens. So security was the prime objective at security front. And then users of portal are 1,20,000 and users of mobile apps are about 7 lakhs. Next. Thank you. Then over to
Thank you, Sanjay. Sanjay Kumar will take you through the stakeholders and features of web portal.
Very good morning to all jury members. So as far as the stakeholders are concerned, sir, we have our user right from the ministry till the last lower level, that is your hospitals and the labs also. So if at the top level we were having Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, then there is a close interaction with the ICMR, because as we have already discussed that all the sample collection which were done at the sample collection centers or the tests which has been done at the labs will be transmitted to the ICMR portal, and further they will be shown to the user also. Then we have a user at our state level, then and DM levels, and we have to onboard our government and private hospital and labs also. So for the besides this, we have our MDs or the NHM of the each states, then the state surveillance officer, DSO, and in coordination with our NIC officer at the district and state level, we have tried to make it as fast implementation as it is possible. And after the collection of various data sets, and as you know that more than 9,000 crore has already been collected, sample has already been collected. So this further data is also used for research and education institute and for the citizen and patient, and all this is handled by the our portal application, which is covid19cc.nic.in. And the basic objective of this was initial challenge was to onboard this huge stakeholder set, because during lockdown it was very difficult to interact with the different user, and even to give them the demo of the application. So in coordination with our NAC people and the states MDs and their staffs, we have tried to make it as more product based and generalized. So now we have in our portal, we are provided with the app user portal, and it's a sample collector. We have already more than 1.1 lakh sample collector is there, 20,000 sample collection center across they have registered, and we have using data standard and LG directory as a base for initial period, and role by access is there. And also for various data analytical and graph and auto systems as part of our web portals. And we have provided with various demos, and also the presentation and the user manual, which is also available for the users. Now we will switch over to the app features, mobile apps basically. And now I request my colleague Sanjeev.
Thank you and good morning, everybody. The major feature of mobile app are that we could capture the GPS coordinates of the site where sample is being collected, which was topmost important for contact tracing and declaring the zones, containment zones. And we could verify the mobile number of the patient using the OTP, which was required for contact tracing. We modified the app within 1 to 2 days every time when SRF was modified by ICMR as per latest requirements, being COVID being a new thing, and research was going on. The refreshing of master data was initially with every record. Later, when labs got increased to 7,000, we provided user with the new feature that on request the labs were getting refreshed if user requires it. The whole form takes 1 to 2 minutes to complete on mobile app, which is designed in such a way that it is very easy to use. Feature is available for the states to configure OTP verification, like whether it is mandatory or it can be skipped. The app is available on iOS, Android, and Windows platform. Advantages are like we could collect the data of each and every patient in a very standard defined SRF format. There was single point of collection, like sample collectors were entering the data, and it was made available at every higher level up to ICMR. Mobile verification I have already covered, and geotagging. It is total paperless system where the sample collector gathers the data using the mobile app, and same is electronically made available to the labs and ICMR. In lockdown period, using the portal LDAP authentication, we could roll out the whole thing in very short period of 5 days. 35 states are using it, and 31 are fully dependent on it. 4 are partially using it, like some districts are using and some are not. We are also generating the auto alerts so that we can educate the sample collector, like if he is using wrong mobile number, like same mobile number is being used say 30 or more times, which is configurable. We are generating a daily alert message that kindly use proper mobile number. User feedback we are receiving on Play Store, and we are making sure that we reply to each and every feedback. We have very high rating of 4+, even after more than 7 lakh downloads. Meaningful messages are also shown on the portal as well as in the mobile app, so that without any training, the user could find out the mistake he is making. Analytical reports are available on the portal so that the higher authorities can analyze the data. Implementation status: 31 states are fully covered and 4 are partially covered. There are more than 7,000 labs covered. Collection centers are 17,580, and major are government centers. RT-PCR sample collectors are 81,000, more than 81,000. Sample collected till date are more than 9 crore, 9.93 crore yesterday. This is the whole picture covering the latest status.
Yeah, app downloads are 7.13 lakh. In fact, the sample collectors keep changing. So one person is using, the next person comes, his user ID is created, he or she starts using it. And of course, we have a lot number of district and state users. Every DC or CMO has onboarded the sample collectors. And citizens also access it for their reports and other data, which is not very much. So that's all about the COVID-19 sample collection management system implemented in India by NIC. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So any queries?
I have a few questions.
Sir.
Yes. I have a few questions. No, whatever you are telling is perfect. There were reports that there were some kind of misuse by the sample collectors or the testing labs, as was reported in Bihar. How could that happen that one was used for more than 20 samples?
Sir, you are very
Or
right. Sir, you are right, sir. Can I answer, sir?
Yes, sir, sure.
Sir, actually the objective was that no state should develop their own systems. Bihar is one of the 4 states who is not onboarded. Not even a single sample collection through this system has been collected in Bihar. That's the reason their data was compromised. Sanjay has told you already that we made sure that privacy is most important, because it's a health data of 10
but
crores.
He said only 4 on partial. He didn't say that not a single state.
Bihar,
he didn't say that.
Pardon, sir. Pardon. There are 38 states and UTs. 2 states of Bihar and Andhra are totally
he
out.
said 35 are fully and 4 are partial. That was told.
31.
That's my question.
31 fully, 4 partial. I am giving you the names. And 3 like Andhra, Bihar are not onboarded, sir. Kerala,
what was the reason?
Kerala, Telangana, UP, Meghalaya are partially onboarded. That's it, sir.
What was the reason for their not onboarding?
Sir, we don't have any idea. Our solution was mandated by Government of India, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. They wrote to all secretaries health, but Bihar and Andhra didn't come on board. They developed their own system and kept sending data to ICMR. In fact, any SRF change we could do in 1 or 2 days because we were developing for both Android and Apple. But Bihar, Andhra, they used to take between 15 to 20 days to come up to that stage. So the advantage with the other states was that they were immediately getting the updated apps.
And second is that with respect to separately with respect to RT-PCR and RATI tests, they were getting only consolidated. How many are positive as per RATI and how many are positive as per RT-PCR? That data was not available in the public.
No, but that data is actually we didn't get your first part, sir. But data is available for Rati also. In fact, Rati
question is
number.
The data separately was not available. Consolidated data of the total number of tests and positivity rate was there. But separately, what is the positivity rate with respect to Rati test and what is the positivity rate with respect to RT-PCR test? That was not available in the public.
Sir, ICMR may have their own reasons, but with us, all data is separate because in fact, Rati and RT-PCR are two different mobile apps. There is a third test also, rapid antigen.
Yes, I know.
We have positivity rate of all three in the
Yes.
portal. The data is available.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. The public was not. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
I have two questions, Shah.
Morning, ma'am.
The first one is, I believe Arogya Setu also takes data from this.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And I must comment that it's a huge application, and getting data with 50,000 concurrency is quite tremendous achievement. So Arogya Setu is taking this data. How do you ensure these are two different platforms? Because I believe, and Arogya Setu is an open platform, and yours is Microsoft. So
Yes.
how have you managed to integrate the data, and what is the difference in time lag?
Ma'am, actually, this particular solution is mostly concerned with the collection of sample data, and the test result comes on ICMR portal. So the ICMR database is integrated with the Arogya Setu. Wherever the patient is declared positive, the contact details are shared with Arogya Setu, and we are capturing whether the mobile number given by the patient is self or family. In case of self, the number goes to Arogya Setu and the contact tracing starts.
But ma'am, we are making available all data to ICMR through a view. So the moment sample collector says submit data to portal, it becomes available to ICMR in their web system, which is accessible to 7,400 labs. And Arogya Setu gets data of only positive cases, which is very, very less.
And that is okay. My question is, how updated is Arogya Setu? Yours is online, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, but Arogya Setu is also supposed to be online, but it doesn't happen. Arogya Setu has a 24-hour window. So, what is your pushing or whatever mechanism of sharing data?
Ma'am, it is shared through the ICMR application.
Achha, you are not involved. This is not
we don't provide directly because we get the test results later.
Fine. That's okay. The
We
other
get
question
through
is,
API. The result is transferred back to us through APIs.
all right. Achha, next question is, since you have got, you have made provision for 50,000 concurrent usage. I know you have said that you have got lot of security clearances done and all that. But suppose in case there is a DDoS attack, what provision have you made so that the system doesn't go down? Because you said you are 24/7 available and there was no downtime. So what is the precaution you have taken?
DDoS. Denial
of service.
Yeah.
Denial of service in that case, application level, there are checks that the automatic entry is not possible. And at server levels, no one can go to database server or web server without 80 or 443 ports.
So there is no direct access from the...
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's okay, fine, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.